Hi, I'm Chris Shevlin from Chris Shevlin Physical Therapy, and we're going to do some safe gardening tips today. But first, we're going to start with number one gardening tip. Try to be hydrated. Get your sunscreen on. We got a little sunscreen, and wear your hat to protect your skin. So, gardening can be a great physical activity. However, it can result in aches and pains and soreness for people. So today we want to go over some of the tools that might help you with that, and also helpful positions to help you prevent back pain, knee pain. Other areas that are common are wrists, shoulders, neck. And so hopefully in our videos today you'll get an idea of things you can do to simplify. It's an activity that can help us really become strong. But a lot of times people will go out and they haven't warmed up. And one of the greatest things you can do for yourself is also warm up. So we're going to go through some tips in that also. So starting with some tools that I have sitting here, we're going to do a little practice with raking. We're going to do some pruning of hedging. We've got a kneeling, something to kneel on for your knees. And we've got a little low bench to help with your back and your hips and knees during gardening. So we're going to go through those techniques. Now we're ready to go into the garden and do some stretches before we actually do the physical work of gardening to help prepare our body to help prevent injuries. So just maybe 10 minutes. If you have time, you could even walk around the block for a 10-minute walk, come in and do a few stretches. One thing we always need to do for our spine is elongate. Reach to the sky, elongate the spine as long as you can, taking a deep breath. Come on everybody and join me in this. Just takes a few minutes, do your breathing. These are things you can break it up your repetitive work of gardening, and then stretching side, keeping your body long, and side to side. Clasp your hands behind your back. Take 3 breaths, opening your chest. The muscles across the chest get tight when we're gardening. So taking some nice breaths to loosen that up. Our shoulders get a little tight, so let's take our arm across our body and feel some stretch across the back of our right arm. Taking breath, maintaining the height of that spine, the alignment of the spine, and doing the opposite side with our breath. So it really need not take a lot of your time, but will save you in the long run being sore later. These can also be follow-up stretches when you're all finished. Stretching the front of your forearm. People get tennis elbow, golfer's elbow from gardening also, even though they're named otherwise. Stretching the bottoms of the wrists and the tops of the wrists. So the top of the wrist, keeping your shoulder blades back as you stretch your wrist, stretching in the opposite direction. And a common thing, since we spend so much time bending forward, let's back bend. So putting your hands into your sacrum and your low back is above, lifting up tall, lifting your chest. Lift your chest to the sky, take a breath. Exhale, open up the front of your body, feel the back of your body working. Try not to lock out your knees, lift your legs up, soften your knees. Inhale, exhale, come down. I'm doing 1 today. You could go through this series again or do 2 at a time. We want to do our hamstrings. So just, if you had a gardening tool and you have balance issues, you could stretch your hamstring with holding on or hold on to a post to stretch out your hamstring and lengthen it. Often if we're tight, it's going to be hard to squat and to garden for very long with really tight hamstrings. So stretching that out. Then we want to also probably, if we have any balance issues, we want to hold on to something while we stretch out our quadricep. So we're going to stretch out the muscle on the front of our thigh, pull our stomach in, get tall, breathing while we hold that. It can be balanced, but remember to keep yourself safe. And then switching to the opposite side. And this is really a challenge right now to be doing this on the grass. Really a balance challenge. So get tall, hold on to your rake maybe, or a shovel, something stable and help you stand there, stand tall, push down to get tall. And there we go, your warm up, even your cool down when you're all done, which is just as much, maybe more important, is doing a few stretches at the end.